So the IG has been speaking about the organization of the protest, what needs to be done, and what the organizers and the protesters should look forward to. Most especially, he said he will not allow any kind of breakdown of law and order. In that regard, one of the organizers of the protest is the Take It Back movement. Well, we've been seeing a whole lot as the government saying, look, the organizers, those who are funding and financing these things are faceless people. But they say they are one of the organizers, and they have written, according to them, a letter surfaced online of the writing to the Minister of the FCT. They said they require the use of the Eagle Square in Abuja. But the Minister of the FCT, Wike, says he has not seen any letter. He only saw it on the social media. Take a listen to Mr. Wike.
I'm just reading on social media. They have applied to me to grant the Eagle Square. Do you apply to me through social media? You write a letter to the minister. I will see you. Who are you? What do you want to do? How many days do you want to spend? How much will you pay? When you dialogue, people will take correction. And that is Mr. President for you. He has never told you that he will not make a mistake. He's human. But what's important, when you call his attention, that is a mistake made, he has that penchant to correcting such a mistake.
As a people, if you voted for President Tinubu, either you're a member of the APC or just a citizen who voted for the APC and President Tinubu, you have the right to criticize, to commend, to talk about this government, remind this government about their promises and their campaign agenda, which they call Renewed Hope Agenda. Are they doing the right thing? Well, if they're not doing the right thing, you also have the right to speak up as a citizen. But in all of this, the government needs to speak to the Nigerian people. Tonight, the Minister of Interior will be speaking with us on the program. But first and foremost, let's hear from one of the organizers, and of course, a lawyer and a rights activist, who are going to be giving us perspective on the need for a protest and some of the organizations going behind all of these. I'm being joined to give perspective to these issues by a member of the Take It Back movement and the director of mobilization, Damilare Adenola. And virtually joining us is the right activist and lawyer, executive director of Yaga Africa, Samson Itodo, who joins us from Chicago in the United States. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very fine.
They say that, I mean, we've been hearing that who are the organizers? They're faceless or all of that. But it looks like this is the major time that we have heard about Take It Back movement.
Well, first of all, let me quickly address the issue of tagging the organizers of the protest as faceless. I think it is double insult. After making people poor and, wretched, then you then tell them that, oh, they need to be privileged in the society before they can express themselves, before they can express their displeasure. So that is to say that the organizers of the protest are hungry Nigerians. They are the host of unemployed Nigerians. They are the host of hopeless Nigerians who are roaming the streets. They are the out-of-school children who are, spread across the country. So I tell you that these are the organizers of the protest, and the greatest motivation of this End Bad Governance protest is hunger. People are really hungry.
Is it that your group Take It Back that they designed the End Bad Governance? Did you coin it?
A host of Nigerians, young Nigerians especially, have been debating on this issue for the past weeks. And in fact, if you look at the demands, they were democratically agreed to by young Nigerians who are agitated.
There are different charter of demand that we see online, series of them.
Of course, of course.
Some asking that Senate and House of Reps should be scrapped.
Of course.
Their new constitution.
Of course, but this
is it part of your charter of demand?
Of course, these demands have been brought together and they've been, addressed by. Yes, I think it was yesterday. There was a Twitter space, an X space rather, which garnered over 10,000 young people, which gathered them together to debate the model for this protest and the demands, and it was interesting, and you could see that young people are really interested in coming out to express their displeasure. They are tired.
So
it's very obvious.
Damilare, can we say that Take It Back movement is the organizer of the protest?
Take It Back is one of the organizers of this protest.
So who are the rest of the who are the other groups that are organizing this?
There are a lot of groups. I was on an interview with our Rafsanjani yesterday, and like he said, they were giving support. They were going to give support. This group was going to give support to protesters. I'm aware that Activista is going to give support. They are going to be protesting. They are going to be mobilizing.
No, I'm asking. So there are those who are giving support, but I'm asking. Your group, Take It Back movement, is registered in Nigeria as an NGO, isn't it?
Yes.
You are saying you are one of the organizers, but not the organizer.
Okay.
Is that right?
Of course.
That you are not the organizer.
We are not the sole
organizer. It's not your idea.
We are not.
Is it your idea?
We are not the sole. No.
Is that protest your idea?
Let's. I think we should properly address this. The Constitution does not say that some people have to be the organizer and some people have to be partakers. What the Constitution says is that every Nigerian has a right to express themselves. They have a right to assemble. They have a right to associate and express their displeasure against government malfeasance. And this is what is in play. And I think that's what we should be talking about.
Absolutely, we'll get there. I'm trying for us to clear the air, because if there are those who say that if evil comes to equity must come with clean hands,
of course.
If the government is saying, who are these organizers, we must be able to clear the air and put face to the unidentifiable personalities behind it. Now that your group is coming up, is it the same with Omoyele Sowore? Is Omoyele Sowore linked to this?
Omoyele Sowore is only a convener of the Take It Back movement and a foremost human rights activist in Nigeria who is as concerned as I am and is, carrying out a duty, his duty.
So I want to, so our Nigerians get it clear. So this is not Omoyele Sowore's idea.
This is the idea of Nigerian people, battered Nigerian people. This is the idea of hungry Nigerian people. This is the idea of
who brought it up in the first place?
Young people.
Is it the Take It Back movement that brought it up?
The agitation emanated from Twitter, and the Take It Back being an organization which has been responsible for organizing several protests in this country, pro-human rights protests in this country, and has consistently called out thoughtless government policies in this country, only felt that, this is why we started this organization, and we should be here, we should be on ground to give support to Nigerians who are saying...
How much have you been able to put together for this for the organization?
How much?
Yeah, in terms of monetary support that you have gotten.
I'm not aware we have gotten any monetary. We are not doing this for monetary support, so I don't think we should be having...
But people are supporting, isn't it?
People are supporting themselves, as far as I'm concerned. In fact, very recently, the account of the TIB was arbitrarily blocked by the UBA on, it was an allegation that it was on the order of the DSS.
So they blocked your account?
Yes,
your group's account?
Yes, the account of the TIB with the United Bank of Africa has been blocked arbitrarily. And so,
has your group gone to the bank to find out why?
Of course.
What did you find out?
Of course, they are here to respond to us.
So, how much do you have in that account? And this is just for you to organize the protest.
I cannot really see. I cannot really talk to that because I'm not privileged to that information at the moment.
No, I'm asking this because so that Nigerians who are willing to be part of it have the right information and know who their leaders are. Unlike the NSAS protest, this protest has a leader. Is that right?
Of course, this protest is being led by Nigerian people, by the Nigerian people, I insist. It is also right to say that there are supports from human rights organizations who exist for this purpose. You understand? So trying to, fish out who the organizers are is very material to the condition of the Nigerian people at this very moment.
Let's talk about the letter that Mr. Wike is talking about.
Okay.
You signed off that letter.
Of course I did.
What happened? Was it lost in transmission?
It is possible that the receipt of the letter is being delayed by, most likely bureaucracy in most Nigerian ministries, or the minister is, likely being insincere about receiving the letter.
But do you have an acknowledged copy?
We have, but if they insist that they haven't received it, the alternative is that it was served by publication, especially considering the fact that many Nigerian ministries streamline what or whatnot to receive. So if he says he didn't get it physically, then we could as well say that he was served by publication.
The protest
and
started on Thursday.
If he says that he wants it by Monday, I assure you that the letter, we will reserve him on Monday.
So if he says that he has not gotten the letter,
yes,
unfortunately or fortunately, whatever the case may be, if the letter does not get to him until Thursday,
on Monday, we will take it there on Monday.
So assuming he doesn't get it, because he is saying that until he gets the letter before he gives approval.
He didn't say that alone. He was mentioning,
he's saying that
he was mentioning that we have to apply properly and pay the rent.
So
my question
as a strategist, if you are the organizer, as a mobilizer, I'm saying that what happens? Do you have alternative plan of where to use, the venue to use, other than the Eagle Square, if you do not have the permission to use it?
The truth is that the Eagle Square is a public property, and when I saw the video of the minister, I was amazed, because I saw the minister asking us to pay rent, pay security fees. My question to the minister is that how does the minister expect Nigerian youths, a greater population of Nigerian youths who are impoverished, who are unemployed, who have no jobs, to afford the exorbitant amount is requesting for us to pay?
So whatever happens, you will go ahead to use Eagle Square.
We are going to be at Eagle Square.
But it's always locked,
August 1st.
With security.
Of course, we would speak to them if they have the interest of the people. If they really, have the will to serve us, then they should be willing to provide that venue for us.
Now, quickly, before I go to Samson Itodo, can you guarantee, because this is one of the issues that are being raised, and are you worried about the possibility of a hijack? And can you guarantee that this is not going to be hijacked?
For me, I think this question should go to the people in government, because history has taught us that when a protest like this is coming up, it is usually the government that sponsors thugs to, attack peaceful protesters. And this is what, snowballs the protest into whatever they call, a violent protest, because people cannot, come to peacefully protest now, and they are being attacked, and you expect that there shouldn't be any form of reprisal. So what I'm simply saying is that security agencies, if they are sincere, should be available. They should be on ground on the day of the protest. And if they sense any form of violence, they should be there to arrest the situation.
As one of the leading groups, so you cannot guarantee that this will not go south.
The security agencies should be able to guarantee, if they are sincere and they want to show, this is an opportunity for them to show their competence.
Finally, on just in about 20 seconds, is it right to ask that you give the government some patience, because they have said ab initio that this pain and this tough period is going to be like the pain of the childbirth or childbearing pain, and it will soon go away. Is it that the young people that you are making reference to are impatient? Or how do you respond to the government on this note? Just in 30 seconds.
I think that's an insincere promise, because from the onset of this current government, when Tinubu came into power, what was the first thing he did? He ignited hardship against the people by removing fuel subsidy, which caused food costs to rise, caused electricity to rise, and eventually occasioned the untold hardship that people are facing. What we are simply saying is that if you accede to our demands today, we will not even have any reason to go into the protest.
All right,
this protest is still coming on Thursday.
All right.
By tomorrow, if you remove subsidy, I can assure you, if you return subsidy and food prices crash, price of PMS crashes, there's possibility that young people will not go into protest.
Thank you so much.